Hey, Shalom Yasharallah. This is Ezekiel 34 and 31, and it reads, "And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord power Yahweh." All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha, Kodash. Next, double honors to the elder apostles and to the elder bishops and to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad, even scattered amongst the heathen nations that take on the appearance of the heathen nations, because this is not a black thing. This is also not a religion of this world, but yet this has been given unto the congregations of Jacob as an heritage. This is our nationality, it's our bloodline, it's our race, it's our ethnicity. It also is our religion, okay, because that goes into worship, and we worship Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. It is our history, which is no longer a mystery, and it is the promises of Israel's future. And of course, it has the future of the other nations as well. All right? And they got much to pay for what they have done unto the apple of the Lord's eye. All right? As is written all over. Jeremiah 9 all the way down towards the bottom. You get a whole bunch of that all over the scriptures. Reward unto her double. Okay? You know, Psalms the 83rd chapter, talking about our enemies, okay, and what they have done. They've made a tumult to come up against us. They've come together underneath one consent, all right. Tyre and Zidon and all the coast of Palestine, okay, for what you have done and removed us far from our border. All y'all got y'all's judgments in the book also, okay, so don't worry about it. Y'all's future is up in here too. It's just not going to look like Yasharalah's future, okay. But anyway, this is how Shai Nawana. I just want to come at you real quick with a a thing, which is remember the nature of things. Remember the nature of things. Don't be pricked therewith at the end because of the fact that you didn't. I shouldn't say didn't listen, but so more like heed the warning. Okay, know the nature of things. All right. I was dealing with the dogs and the woman. In the same day, vexed, I was pissed off, and and I was more pissed. I don't know which one I was more pissed off at, but then I realized I should have just been pissed off at myself, because I slipped. I forgot the nature of things, your woman does you good, whatever the case. You got a couple of great days or whatever the case, you kind of, I ain't saying tiptoe around the house, but hey, be not aligned in thine own house, nor frantic among thy servants. Okay, so if at all possible, live at peace with all men, right? But you have good days, and then you get a bad day that pop up out of nowhere, and it's like, damn, man, what The dogs were acting, they were good to go, whatever the case, you give them a little leisure, you leave them out of the cage, and then all of a sudden soon you will find that there will be something that got chewed up, and you'll come back and you'll be pissed off, and you forget the nature of things. It's a doggy, okay? Yeah, they got cute names and shit like that, but it's a dog. Don't forget the nature of things. So yeah, I just wanted to go on ahead and just gear towards that, all right? So Ezekiel 34 and 31, all right? It says, "And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power. I am your God, saith the Lord Yahweh, Lord God, Yahweh," which is all caps. And that would be Yahweh, okay? But let's go to Genesis 3. Let's go to Genesis 3 and 16. All right? Because a woman, she got on my nerves a little bit. I'm like, ugh, like, what are you doing? But then I remember the nature of it, okay? Genesis 3 and 16, "Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desires shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee." But just in case any of you on the other side of this have not heard a different translation, let me give you that translation real quick. Of course, as it was delivered unto me, and I wish I could remember which brother had delivered it. But check this out. Slack, I gotta pull up the blue letter, and let's go to Genesis 3 and 16. All right. Genesis 3 and 16, and then we're going to go to the, nope, not interlinear. 3 and 16, and go to translation comparisons. I'm trying to remember which one it is. Salakia, bear with me 1 second here. It's the New English Translation, the NET. All right? For you, never mind, I ain't even going to say it. But it says, so the NET, it says, to the woman he said, I will greatly increase your labor pains. With pain you will give birth to children. You will want to control your husband, but he will dominate you. Okay? So with that, I probably should have let off with that one, Once again, to the woman he said, I will greatly increase your labor pains. With pain you will give birth to children. You will want to control your husband, but he will dominate you. Okay? And we got to come back to that man and just remember the nature of it, okay? She's going to want to control you. All right? She's going to want to. And we know it. We know it. So I don't know why I got pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Of course I know why I get pissed off, because we love them freaking things, man, We love our females. We love our females, we love our children. You know what I'm saying? We love Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, and when we love hard. We love our brothers. All right? Aside from all the things that this world would say about us, we love very hard, deeply, and truly. So yeah, just be reminded of the nature of things. Let's go to Isaiah. So I just want to make this a quick hit. Lord willing, to be edifying. Isaiah 46. All right. Isaiah 46 and 8. And it says, remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. All right. Just bring it to mind. Bring it to mind all the things. All these things are written for our learning. Lemuel's mother told him, give not those things unto that destroyeth kings. Don't give those things unto a woman. All right. Keep the secrets from the one that lieth in thy bosom. Okay. Just, remember ourselves men. Okay. But at the same time, don't be a lion in thine own house, nor frantic among thy servants. Sirach 4 and 30, But let's go to Proverbs 14 and 15, because we looketh well to our goings. All right? And when you look well to your goings, you shouldn't really be tripped up much by something. You can quickly come back to the remembrance of, okay, yep, I get it. Okay, yep, I see it. You don't have to be pricked all the time with something that we remember, something that we know, that we can bring to mind. Proverbs 14 and 15, the simple believeth every word, right? But the prudent man looketh well to his goings. I forgot about that first portion, all right? The simple believeth every word. Now, I ain't saying you simple if you believe every word that come out your woman's mouth, but I'm just saying, hey, I'm just saying, if you've been there, you've been there, okay? Just saying, But the prudent man looketh well to his goings, all right? It says, give the water no passage. Give the water no passage, man. He's coming back to that manly state, because a woman shall compass a man. And what does that mean? To go over. Woo! See? Do you see? Just remember the nature of things as of right now on this side, man. On this side, we got to, buckle it in and be rulers over these things that we are stewards over, That woman didn't choose to be with you. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai set it up to where she is with you for whatever given point in time. Whether you pass a chick by, whether she like it or not, or whatever the case, hey, it's all of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And we have to be those good stewards over the things that are given us, All things are his creation. Salakia, let's go ahead and get back up into this here. This was looketh well to his goings. Yeah, don't be a lion in thine own house. What was I saying? Compass a man. Jeremiah 31. Let's go there. Jeremiah 31. Thou go, woman. 22. Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A new thing in the earth. Okay? A woman shall compass a man. You, Salakia, you know we got to go and grab that. Jeremiah 31. And right here at 22. And let's go to the interlinear and let's get that word compass. Compass, right? O thou daughter backsliding, he hath created the Lord a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass. That's H5436. All right, Sabab. And that reads to turn about, or around, or aside, or back, or towards, go about, or around. Go about or around. A woman shall compass a man. That means if you say no, she'll go right around your ass. Okay? Give the water no passage. Remember the nature of things. All right? What did it say in Genesis? It says that she will want to rule over you. All right? But the man will dominate. All right? A man will dominate. To turn about, be brought round, change. Okay? She switch it up on you. You know what I'm saying? To march or walk around. There you go. I'm not even gonna bother to read more of it. To march or walk around. Okay? They say give the water no passage, man. Look, to walk or go around. Remember yourselves, men. Remember the nature of a dog. All right? Remember the nature of things. And remember the nature of the woman. You know, in this place, she will want to. But we got to be on our P's and Q's, on our Q's and P's. All right. And Tawada to Elder Apostle Gabar for bringing that one out, because I remember that long ago. And yeah, I remember that long ago, to compass. All right. And as the elder apostles teach us, look up words. Look them up. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. Get ready to shut it down. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. The head of Yahweh Shai is Yahweh. Okay? So, you know, there's much more we can go into. You know what I'm saying? The man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. You know. All right? Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. Okay? Shoot. For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman. But all things of Yahweh. All right? You know, but anyway, I just wanted to, you know, make it a quick hit. All right? But you know, in this point in time, in this present evil world, in this point in time where we're at in time, hey man, we got to be like into 2nd Maccabees. Let's go here real quick. 2nd Maccabees 15, because as those who had wives as if they had none, you know. It's getting ready to take a turn now, isn't it? 2nd Maccabees 15 and 18. Yep. 2nd Maccabees 15 and 18. For the care that they took for their wives and their children, their brethren and folks, was in least account with them. But the greatest and principal fear was for the holy temple. That's where we want to be at right now. It's not time for us to dwell in our sealed houses. Haggai. You know, Haggai 1 and in 3. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste? Now therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. Consider our ways. All right? Consider our ways. Take that energy and refocus it. All right? And that's why I'm sitting down doing a lesson right now. You know? Shoot, I have to remember the nature of things. And then when I remember the nature of things, it's time to get back to spiritually minded. All right? It's time to get back to spiritually minded. But yeah, hey, you know, just remember what things are. Remember the nature of things. And remember what's going on. You know, there's no need to be warred up, entangled with those types of things and these silly affairs. All right? Spend a little bit of time on it, fine. Sure, you know, we're still in the flesh. But at the same time, man, get back up, because it's time to get to work, right? Zephaniah, all right, 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, all right, which is happening right now. It's happening right now. The Lord is gathering the nations. He is gathering these the dragons of Arabia, all that. Listen, it's happening right now. The third woe is already in play. It's already working. The mark of the beast is here. It's already been implemented in certain other countries. The end of all things is at hand. So therefore be ye sober and watch unto prayer. So just remember, these short, small, dainty, silly little problems mean nothing in the scope of the things to come. And in these times to come, all things will fall into place very, very quickly. When all hell breaks loose, a man of the Lord will be that hiding place. And these women is definitely going to be falling in order. All right? The beasts, we're going to be in league with the beasts of the field. Even the beasts will be in order. Sick 'em, boy. You're telling a freaking, what is it? A Bengal tiger? You know? A bear? All right? Come on, man. We got much to look for. So what are these dainty problems, all right? Now, of course, I'm speaking to myself, man. You know, what are these dainty little things? So anyway, you know, I don't want to talk too much, but hey, hopefully that was enough scriptures in order to help, you know, whomever is listening to be edified. All right. You know, Acts 14 and 22, you know, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. All right. But just know that the end of all things is at hand. So, hey, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak, Wadash. Next, double honors to the elder apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad, even scattered amongst the heathen nations that take on the appearance of the heathen nations, because this is not a black thing. All right? And I do want to say also a stout shalom to the sisters, the few sisters that listen in and that are keeping themselves within the lines of right, as far as according to the scriptures. Us men have our things that we are to do, and you women have your instructions also. What does it say? As long as you continue with all sobriety. Actually, here, let me just, you know, hey, I'll shut it off on that. First Timothy 2 and 15. First Timothy, didn't know where it was. I got to look this up. Here it is. First Timothy 2 and 15. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. All right, and that goes into your instructions. Obeying your husband as unto the Lord. All right, read about Sarah, you know. Read about, you know, those two different women, how one plucketh down her house with her hands and the one that listens and obeys. All right, so, you know, hey, there it is. I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kakwadash, and next level honor to the elder apostles, and to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations to the hopeful elect that are out there listening and tuning in, the water. And until next time, Baba Ball.